Good afternoon, everybody. I think that's good afternoon. I think that's the fastest I've ever quieted a crowd. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. Good afternoon. What a great day. I'm 𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐫, President and CEO of the Alamance Chamber, and it's an honor to welcome you all today as we break ground on the NCIC Transload facility here in Mebane, North Carolina. This marks an exciting moment in the continued growth and development of our region, and I'm thrilled to be part of such a significant milestone. This facility represents innovation. It is a powerful symbol of collaboration and forward thinking. It will enhance rail access and logistics for local industries, bringing tremendous benefits to businesses in our community and beyond. As we all know, effective transportation infrastructure is the backbone of economic growth, and this facility will do just that. Improve efficiency, reduce transportation costs, and make Alamance County even more competitive in attracting new businesses. The NCIC Transload facility wouldn't be possible without the incredible partnership between the Alamance Chamber, the City of Mebane, the State of North Carolina, Samet Corporation, Alamance County government, and many others who have worked tirelessly to bring this project to life. Let's give them all a round of applause. A special thank you goes out to our elected officials, both local and state, for their continued support and financial contributions to make this vision a reality. With the full support of these public and private sector partners, we are creating a future where businesses can thrive, expand, and contribute to the growth of Alamance County. As we celebrate today, let us look ahead to the many opportunities that will come from this facility: job creation, business growth, and a stronger, more prosperous community for all. Thank you to everyone who has been part of this project. Thank you for being here today, and together we are building a bright future for Alamance County. It is now my pleasure to introduce Brian Hall, President of Real Estate for Samet Corporation.
Thanks, Reagan. Nice to see everybody. It was in 2011-ish that I stood in this field with Mac Williams, and he said, you know, if we're so fortunate as to win the Cambro project, and we're so fortunate to be able to get this initial spur off of the main line put in place, you know, with this piece of land that's left over, we could create something. We could create something that could benefit not just one user, like a spur for Cambro, but we could create something that the whole community could use. And it's probably bigger than NCIC, this industrial park, and it's probably bigger than the city of Mebane, and it's maybe even bigger than Alamance County for an industrial user to be able to call that has no access to the rail other than maybe in Winston-Salem or maybe all the way in Fuquay-Varina and say, man, I'd like to get a rail car, Mary Lisa, from Norfolk Southern. I sure would like to have a rail car. Rail access is not easy, and it's not common. And so the dream began however many years ago that was. Looking back, and we think about Cambro specifically, when Cambro first showed up in our community, they elected to go in this farm field because of that rail spur. They looked at a spec building on the whole other end of the park, and they said, no, we don't want to be all the way down there. We want to be up here because access to rail for us is a competitive advantage. And Mary Lisa will be the first to tell you, they're not the biggest rail user. They're not sucking trains in here all day, every day. They just get a couple of cars down there. But just a couple of cars makes the difference for them. They've expanded how many times in the city of Mebane? I think they're on their third, right? We built out that building once, and now we're working on the other side of the highway for them. So if rail can be a competitive advantage for them, how many other people can it be a competitive advantage for? That was the dream that we set out on, that Mac Williams really started in the same field that's not much of a field anymore that we're standing in. You mentioned all the people we have to thank, but Senator Gately, especially you. You championed this project at a state level. Wouldn't be happening without you. The same for Alamance County and the city of Mebane. You guys are invested here, physical dollars to make this thing happen. It's not for Samet's benefit, but it's for the benefit of our industrial occupants, our employers, our tax-based creators. So thanks for your investment. We're going to work hard to put it in place and get it operational as quickly as we can. it's an awesome facility. It's awesome that it's going to be owned and it's going to be available to whoever needs it, whoever wants it. So if you need a rail car, Mary Lisa's working at Norfolk Southern. She's the right one to talk to. We'll help you, and we'll try to get it done as quickly as we can. Thanks for everybody's participation. Thanks for your investment in the project. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you, Brian. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mike Finley with the office of Senator Thom Tillis.
Thank you, Reagan. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mike Finley. I'm a regional representative for U.S. Senator Thom Tillis. We call him T2, and he would love to be here today, but he's in Germany at a worldwide security conference. But he sends his greetings to you. Listen, I know Bucky's coming to Mebane was a big deal, but I never realized it would create this opportunity. Hey. This facility is a great addition to North Carolina's transportation system for business and industry. I'm really surprised that there hasn't been one in this area before, with so many manufacturing facilities and distribution facilities. It's just a dream that started in 2011 and certainly was justified at that point, but finally has come to reality. And this facility is going to serve businesses not only in this immediate area, but for miles on either side. The closest facilities, one in Winston-Salem, one in Fuquay-Varina. This will shorten turnaround time for a lot of people and will be a great advantage to those that use large intermodal shipments to get their products to and from the marketplace. A very positive impact along the I-40-85 corridor, not only in Alamance and Orange counties, but as I said, all out throughout the whole region. And Senator Tillis would like to, has asked me to applaud those local and state officials and agencies that have been involved in putting this together. So congratulations to Alamance County and to the town of Mebane and to the North Carolina General Assembly for your efforts in this, and we know it's going to be a great thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Now please join me in welcoming Ken Mills with the office of Congressman Richard Hudson.
Thank you, Reagan. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. My name is Cam Mills. I'm the District Field Director for Congressman Richard Hudson. We are new to the area. We just started representing Alamance County this January, so we're definitely happy to be here. Thank you to the Alamance Chamber for inviting us. And Congressman Hudson sends his regrets. He could not be here today, but he wants to congratulate Alamance County, the city of Mebane, Samet Corporation, all of our state legislators on this awesome collaboration to bring such a big project here in Alamance County. Logistically and transportation, this need is something that's going to continue to grow, and this is the right place for it. So very happy to be here. Again, Cam Mills, Congressman Richard Hudson's office. If we can ever help you, please reach out. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Cam. And now, join me with a big round of applause for Senator 𝐒𝐫𝐲𝐸.
Thank you, Reagan. It's really good to see everybody here today. It's always so good to be in the district. I remember the first time I came to check out this project, I was with Brian Haygood, and it was, I think, 2021. I was in the Senate, and we were joined by then Congressman Ted Budd, and we came and looked at it and discussed it, and Brian did the presentation about Samet's involvement and understood how important it was to Mebane and to Alamance County. And I was really pleased to be able to work to get money for it included in the budget that year. And then some more money, I think, for it. Another time, it's been an ongoing thing for some time. I remember we came out one time to the project, and it was really, really hot. A lot of a very, very hot day. So there was the sweat. Today, I was walking on the road to come up here I wore the wrong boots, took a little spill. So we've got the blood. So I've got the blood, I've got the sweat into this project. I'm not looking to get the tears though. I hope this is the end of that kind of involvement, but I'm just really, this is kind of the reason that I wanted to run for office, to be able to bring resources back to our community, back to Alamance County, so that we can grow the right way with good jobs and great industry that turns around and supports the community and provides the tax revenue and other resources that we need so that we can have a prosperous and healthy community. So I'm happy to be here for this next step in this project. And I'm just really, really proud of all of our county and the people at the Chamber and at Samet that have worked hard to get this going. And especially in the city of Mebane too, town of Mebane. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Gailey. Now join me in welcoming Representative Dennis Rydell.
Thank you, Reagan. If you were at the chamber meeting at ACC, would you just raise your hand this morning if you were there? Okay. Yep. My wife says we got to stop meeting like this. No, it's been a pleasure to be here. Another landmark occasion for Alamance County. I hope we have many, many more meetings where we get to meet like this and do ribbon cuttings and honor people who have worked hard from across different sectors of our economy to put something like this together. Hats off to Senator Gailey. She was the main mover on this. She was the main engine, the spark plug from the General Assembly's perspective of getting this into the budget. And also my colleague in the House, Steve Ross, even though Steve was not serving in the House at the time of this money ask, he was down in the Speaker's office lobbying for it, even though he was not a sitting representative. And I remember a trip into the Speaker's office with you, Steve, to make sure that the money that Amy had so diligently gotten on the budget from the Senate side was protected on the House side, which it was. So just delighted to be part of another exciting new thing for Alamance County. We appreciate all the work that has been done with Samet, Cambro. You folks are our heroes. You make doing what we do and try to do as easy as possible with your professional capabilities. So thank you very much, and can't wait to see this thing when it's done.
Thank you, Representative Rydell. Now join me in welcoming Representative Stephen Ross.
Thank you, Reagan. I'm glad you adjusted that microphone. I'm not as tall as some of the other speakers. It's really good to be today, and I am really glad it's not raining. We would be in trouble if it was raining today. I've had the privilege of working since 2012 in transportation and commerce in the House, and the long-range plan in North Carolina in transportation, and some of you may have heard this before, is to pull a lot of different resources together. Ports, for example, we've spent a lot of money and resources on our ports. In order to have ports that are active, you've got to be able to have rail and trucking. And so in North Carolina, we have been looking long range and planning long range, and I see Norfolk Southern is here. They're a big part of this planning process to try to interconnect our ports, interconnect our highways, and interconnect trucking, rail, all together in order to provide the best growth opportunities for North Carolina we can. I'm excited today because this facility is actually a piece of that puzzle. Because when you look at transload facilities, that is one of the biggest things you can do for commerce, to move goods from port to port, from location to location. It's all interconnected, and it's something I'm really excited to see come to here in Alamance County. I think this is something it's a long-term dream for the state to be able to connect everything together. And I think that we're well on our way, and this kind of thing right here is just, it's exciting to see the progress that's actually starting to take place. And I want to I want to thank everybody for all the work that they've done, Senator 𝐒𝐫𝐤𝐬 and others, in trying to help make this happen. So, I'm looking forward to seeing the track comes in here and the facility as it gets finished. Thank you.
So I want to take a moment to say to the office of Senator Tillis and the office of Congressman Hudson, thank you for the work that you all do in Washington on behalf of Alamance County. And to Senator 𝐒𝐫𝐤𝐬, Representative Rydell, and Representative Ross, thank you so much for representing us in Raleigh and keeping us in mind. It is now my pleasure to introduce Steve Carter, Vice Chair for the Alamance County Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Reagan. I think Cam said, reminded us that today happens to be Valentine's Day. That's why I'm wearing a pink shirt. Left a Valentine's Day banquet to be here and meet with Congressman Hudson before we came here. So it's been a long day already with the meeting this morning. I've dodged that one. So I apologize to the chamber for missing that one. But anyway, as Senator 𝐒𝐫𝐤𝐬 said, she's contributed some blood today to the event. So I hope that's going to be okay. But we've all contributed a lot. I mean, state government, federal government, to the growth of one of the fastest growing counties, one of the fastest growing cities, and one of the fastest growing states in our nation. And we need to be really proud of what we've been able to contribute. We were the kind of the tail on the end of the campaign with Alamance County and Mebane City stepping up to close up the gap to finish financing this transaction. I'm proud to say I was part of it at the time it happened, and look forward to the continued growth that this kind of activity can bring to the Alamance County, its citizens, and to its businesses, and to economic growth for the community. Thank you so much for being out here today. Hope we have a great earth turning here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Commissioner Carter. And it's always a great day to be in the city of Mebane. So let's get a big round of applause for Tim Browley, Mayor Pro Tem of the city of Mebane.
Thank you, Reagan. Well, as Mayor Hooks would say, it's another positively charming day to be in the city of Mebane, especially looking forward to the future on this 550-acre tract of NCIC and this new transload facility that will be joining it very soon. Before I get too far in welcoming you on behalf of Mayor Ed Hooks, who could not be here today, I want to introduce two people. We have several of our city council members, Sean Ewing, Montrina Hadley, Katie Burkholder in the back, also our new city manager, Richard White III. I see a couple of our department heads, Cliff Askew from Inspection, Kyle Riley from our streets, Ashley Owenby from our planning department. Are there any others? I know Kelly's here taking pictures. It's just good to see all of you. Oh, Franz Holtz, our city engineer. Sorry, Franz. Oliver Wendell Holmes said, it matters not so much where you stand as in which direction you're going. Mebane's always felt that way. In the late 60s, Mebane began to try to attract industry. GE, which is now ABB, Walter Kidda, which is now Kidda. Just several major industry came in. So when we had the textile closings in Mebane, the old mill that made socks, influential, the Stowe building, Mebane wasn't affected quite as bad. Then we brought in GKN. So when the furniture industry went bad, we looked to the future. GKN, other plants came in. Then we began to realize that the way to attract industry was to look at and prepare industrial sites that were ready for industry to move into. Samet, the Ray family, Mebane got together, our engineers, and put together this NCIC, this North Carolina Industrial Center, which is almost full. And we've continued to plan, but this is just another opportunity to plan for that, to bring in industry. And what industry does for Mebane provides jobs for our cities, but above that, it continues to keep tax rates down so that we can provide parks and provide facilities and provide infrastructure for our citizens. So my hats are off to those that have gone before on the city, those that have gone before on the county, and I'll have to add that we have to give Senator Amy Galey, Representative Stephen Ross, and Representative Dennis Rydell another hand, because the money that they put into this really anchored it and got it started. Thank you very much. So I'll just add this, thanks to all our partners, those both public and private that have been with us. Thanks to our city employees that will help move this project along through support. And most of all, thanks to Samet, who's going to not only assist in building this, but operate it in the future. It's going to bring more industry in. It's going to make Mebane a better place to be and keep us positively charming. Thank you very much.
Thank you to all of our speakers, and thank you all for being here to celebrate with us today. It's now time to turn a little dirt.